Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome back to SK Technologies. So in this video, we will see about the deployment object. So this is the very important. This is what we are using in the real time. So there are a lot of benefits, lot of features. Okay. So that is the reason people are preferring to deploy their application in the form of deployment object in the Kubernetes cluster. Fine. So far we discussed pod, very basic object, replication controller, where it is scaling up and down the replicas in the same way replica set. So that is also enhanced version of your replication controller, and the behavior are the same and slight differences. So now the object name deployment. Okay, so deployment, and the short name of the deployment is deploy. Okay, so here this is the object, very crucial thing in the Kubernetes cluster. In the real time, most of the people, they are using their applications in the form of deployment only. Okay, so they are deploying their applications in the form of deployment. So I have explained the hierarchy, right? So how your RC and your application inside your container. So on top of the container, pod is running. On top of the pod, either RC or RS are running, right? Now the deployment. So this is the object. Okay. So this is the object where it is running on top of all this stuff. So this is your deployment. Okay, so this is your deployment. Okay, so this is your deployment object, so where it is running on top of all this stuff. The moment if you create a deployment object, so under this deployment object it will go and create the RS. So in this case it won't create any RC, so it is going to create the RS. Okay, so it is going to create the RS replication set. Fine. Then the replication set is creating the pods based on your replicas. Then inside the containers. That's it. So this is what happening. So what are the main advantage of this deployment means? So let's assume you deployed application 1.0.0. So definitely after some time developers will develop the application with 2.0.0. Even after couple of days or couple of months, they will go with 3.0.0. Fine. So now if you go with only the replica set, okay, so forgot about this deployment as of now. So if you go with only replica set, once you deployed this application in the form of replica set, then if you want to update, okay, so if you want to rolling updates, so definitely people are doing the updates in the real time projects, right? So even in the general scenarios also, mobile. So if your mobile with running with Android, so frequently you are getting updates from the Android, right? In the same way real time also same. So rolling updates, if you want to roll out rolling updates, so if you go with only replica set, what you need to do, you completely delete this pod, then you can go with the latest version. That is not at all recommended. Why? Because see, if you are if you have any issue with the 2.0.0, then you have to revoke the changes, right? And how will you revoke? If you go with only the replica set, won't possible. So that is the reason how we will overcome this scenarios means with the implementation of this deployment object. Fine. So not only this only rolling update, there are so many advantages are there. Slowly we will see. Okay. So if you go and go with the 2.0.0, then again after a couple of days, again updates will be coming into the picture, right? Okay. So updates, then again 3.3.0. Then your applications, your develop, I mean your end users are not happy with this 3.0. Then he want to rework with the 2.0. Then if you go with the deployment, no need to delete this. You just go to the undo. there is a very powerful commands. So technically the deployment object having the feasibility to go back, feasibility to undo, okay, feasibility to roll out. Okay, so technically we will implement, guys, we will see, we will try to create the deployment object with the help of the manifest files. Then we will update the package, update that deployment. Okay, so the images, with help of the images only we are creating the containers, all this stuff, right? So there we will see the latest version and we will observe. Fine. So as usual we will go with the manifest files only. So that is purely that is almost similar to your replica set only, but the name of the object is will be differ. Okay, so this is my rs, right? So replica set. So I don't want to copy it. So deploy.yml. Fine. So every time, see, most of the people are doing the small mistakes, which are you are simply copy pasting, means you never get a chance to debug the things. If you go with manual things, okay, like writing the code with your own, then definitely you will be making mistakes. Definitely it will throw any syntax errors. Then you will come to know the things. So that is the reason I always prefer to write the things, guys, instead of rather than this copy paste. Okay, so as usual API version, kind, okay, so metadata, then spec. Fine. So API version apps slash v1 only. Even for the replica set also used the same, right? So this is similar to replica set, but object is different. Deployment. So again the deployment object creating your replica set only, that I will show you. Once I created, I will show you. Then metadata. So under the metadata, name of your deployment like sktech deploy. Fine. Then you can define label also, as we defined in the replica set, right? So app backend. Okay, we will use the same thing. Now here, as usual, guys. So like replicas, selectors, selector. Okay, then template. Fine, the same thing only. Select replicas, selector, template. Okay, and here replicas you can go with the two, and selector later I will write down, and templates under the template again metadata, then spec. So metadata, what is the metadata? Your pod metadata. Okay, so go with the name of the pod, sktech pod. Okay, then here you have to define the labels, which are the label. So app colon your backend. Fine. Now spec. So spec under spec, you have to define the containers. Okay, so this is the array name image, then command, as usual our command. Fine. So name, what I will give, I will give sktech container. Okay, then image I will take ubuntu only. So here I will take a specific version, guys, because I want to show the updates, right? So I will go with 18.04. So let me verify it, guys. I will take help from the docker hub. Go here, check the ubuntu versions tags. Okay, because I want to show you the differentiate, right? So ubuntu, so you can go with the official thing. This is the official, and you can verify the tags. So 18.04 we will take. Oh, there is no 18.04, is it? I think they updated. Huh? Okay, let me go with the 20.04. Later I will update with the 22.04. Okay, so let me take this 20.04, or I will try with 18.04 also. Let's see. I know that name is same, and let me copy the command from rs. So here let me write the notepad version 1.0.0 like this. Okay, the logs, if you go and check logs, showing as a version 1.0.0. Okay, save this. Now go and create. So this is my folder. Okay, so here let me create a folder called deploy. Go here, check. Okay, so let me create a file called deploy.yml. So let me copy the content here. Yeah, save this. Now you can go and create the deployment. As usual, kubectl apply -f and deploy.yml. Yeah, something went wrong. Metadata. Oh, I think unknown field metadata. Uh-huh. Match labels we missed. Right. See, I haven't updated the selectors. Okay, like match labels. Sorry, it's my mistake. Match labels, app, then backend. Okay, so select all. Let me walk through again. Label. Ah, all looks good. Again, I'm overwriting the file with the latest content. Okay, see here match labels I written, right. So save this. Now apply. Again, somewhere deploy yml. Okay, unknown field metadata. Oh, some spell mistake, guys. Somewhere in the spell mistake, metadata, here, metadata. Yes, metadata. Fine, fine. Let me save this. Now go and apply. Oh, okay. There is some mistake in the labels. Okay, invalid type of. Okay, validation error validating string expected map. Oh, double quotes is expecting, is it? See, if you face any syntax errors, this kind of syntax errors, so there is a wonderful documentation of the Kubernetes. Okay, so wonderful documentation from the Kubernetes official page. So there simply go and search and get the templates of the objects manifest files. Okay, I will show you. So here I am facing some issue, right? So simply what type of object I am creating? So deployment. Okay, so deployment in Kubernetes. Simply type this, enter. See the first thing, the kubernetes.io. This is the official document, guys. So official blog from the Kubernetes. So just click on here. You will get more details about that objects. Not only the deployment, any object. Okay, even you can search from here also, left side. You will get more details about that object, more and more details, and you will get some templates also. See here, templates. So here you will get some Nginx template. Fine. So API version, kind, metadata, and spec. The same thing. Okay. So here selector, match label, template, Nginx. Then where it is, container. Okay, so let me go with ubuntu 20.04. Let us see, it is what error it is. Let me read it again. So error validating data, so validation error. Okay, so invalid type for IO. Fine. got a string expected map. Mhm. Where is that string then? Let me cross check my manifest file. Apps v1 metadata name label replica selector match labels app template metadata name labels app containers image almost similar to my uh, rs only. Fine. So let me verify it, guys. Okay, what I will do, I will do one thing. Let me copy this. Okay, so let me copy until here. Fine. So let me replace with my values. Okay, so apps v1 deployment same. So container name of the deployment which is sktech-deploy. Okay, sktech-deploy. And labels I want to set as a backend. Fine. Then replicas let it be 3. And selectors match labels with app name backend. And template, so under the template metadata, so metadata name of the name of the pod sktech-pod, then match labels backend. Okay, then here I want to give the ubuntu 18.04. And oh sorry, this is the image name, right? So let me remove this nginx. Then name, pod name sktech hyphen container. Okay, and let me give the command also. So let me take from here. Oh, I am writing this in my rs, is it? Okay, we'll do one thing. Let me copy here. Okay, let me cut here. I will write down in the deployment. Fine. So here I will write down, this is the one. Fine. So now I will go and try to create this. Okay, so what I have done, I simply copied the template. Fine, I copied the template. That template I am going to create. Let me cat deploy file, save this. Fine. Now let me create it, guys. Kubectl apply -f deploy, sorry, deploy.yml. Again have one more mistake, string expecting mp. Okay, somewhere we are making mistake, again. The same mistake. Okay, we'll do one thing. Okay, okay, fine. Then I will sort it out this issue and I'll let you know. Oh, this is my bad, guys. So again I given wrong name, ubuntu. Okay, so here ubuntu I given wrong name. Fine. So let me copy from here. See, it is validation error. Deploy.yml. Save this. Now kubectl apply -f deploy.yml file. Oh, yml json 21 line, maybe Am I missing anything? Even while copy paste also sometimes making mistakes, guys. Okay, copy this. Don't worry. So the same thing happening in the real time also. Okay, so always when you are creating the objects, so definitely you have to face this kind of challenges. Apply -f deploy.yml file. Line number 21 -n. Oh, JSON format. What happened to line number 21? Any mistake is it? This is only the empty none. Oh, be careful, guys. See, two types I have given. Okay. So while copy pasting, okay, be careful. Now let me copy it properly. Now go and apply. Yes, successfully created. Fine. Now let me check the pods. Oh, yes, all pods are running. One out of one. So inside containers also running. Fine. Now let me go and check the get replicate RS. I told right, the Kubernetes deployment object will create the replication set. Inside the replication sets containers, pods, inside the pods containers. Okay, now let me display the deployments also, like with the deploy. See, this is the main object. So this object having this replication set, so this replication set having the, these are the pods. That's it. Okay, so these are the pods. Fine. Now we will see, we will try to update the package, and we will update it later, we will revoke it. Okay, so that we will see in the next video. So as of now I just deployed this deployment object. Okay, and in the next video I will try to update the ubuntu package. Okay, I will give the latest version 22.04, and we will see. So now even let me display the OS details also, like kubectl describe pod, your pod name. This is your pod name, so you can go and check. So the container having, okay, so this is the container image, this is the version, right? So this is the version. Okay, so even you can log in the container and display also. So like with the kubectl exec hyphen it. Okay, so hyphen it, what is the pod name? So this is the pod name, right? You can take any pod name. What is this? Yeah, pod name. Okay, so cat slash etc. Let me try this. Cat slash etc. os hyphen release. See, this is running with the 18.04 LTS version. Okay, what I will do in the next video, I will update this, then I will verify the version. Thereafter, I will uh, I will see the revoke. Okay, I will make the undo and we will observe. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see in the next video. Thanks.